The Raymond Road corridor is home to a diverse population of 8,800 people that live in a variety of housing. There are several long-standing hotspots of crime and quality of life issues within these neighborhoods that law enforcement and the community have come together to address. With the help of a Byrne Criminal Justice Innovation Planning Grant, an advisory team of residents and neighborhood stakeholders meet monthly to review data from the Madison Police Department and other sources to determine why these issues occur in these neighborhoods and to create a plan for change.
I am looking at the Byrne Grant as a way to organize these efforts so that we will actually take care of the problems that exist and not have duplication on one hand and gaps on the other. So I'm really interested in this because it's a planning grant, and I think what we really need to do is some planning about how to improve the neighborhoods that are in the southwest side of Madison. We have been looking at a lot of information about the area so that we can target where we want to put our efforts.
Long-term residents of these neighborhoods are bringing people together through community suppers and other events sponsored by libraries, churches, and neighborhood centers.
My company, Wisconsin Youth Company, we are having a community Thanksgiving dinner. We do it once a year in November for the families in the community between Ever Park and Teresa Terrace neighborhood. And we come together as a family, we have dinner, we do crafts with kids. My job today is to work the photo booth.
Meadow Ridge Library and the Meadowwood Community Center work in tandem to develop programming that addresses youth and adult needs and evolving trends in the community. The library and the Resource Center provide safe spaces for neighborhood kids to play and learn, and snacks for those with food insecurity issues. As community stakeholders, these spaces strengthen the community and centralize public safety and well-being as a common cause.
If someone was moving to this neighborhood, I would tell them to
Alexa, you want to be my friend.
Participate at the Meadowwood Center across the street, explore around, and enjoy the neighborhood.
We're trying to send the message that you're seen, you're acknowledged, you're valued. You're a valuable person and you're part of what's going on here.
And our job isn't to judge. I think we check in with one another to see what trends we may be noticing. Then I want to double check with Joe to see how we can together address barriers people in the neighborhood are experiencing.
Food security issues in the neighborhood. We have a lot of kids who come to us in need. The library and the neighborhood center staff have worked with some local churches to make sure that there's always food on hand for kids who are in the library or the neighborhood center who are coming in hungry. When someone comes through the door, we're seeing where they're at with housing, with childcare, perhaps health issues. We are able to address the holistic human need with all of those partners with a stake in the game.
This is Meadowwood Health Partnership's first health fair. We are providing information to the community about healthy living. We are having people to sign up for Obamacare. We offering opening the doors for the food pantry tonight. We are also distributing information about Project Babies, and we also establishing that every 2 days in a month, we will have our health partnership open with set hours. We have a lot of things going on tonight, and we're going to keep these positive things going on because that's what a safe, beautiful community look like. What's going on here?
Madison Police Department is also a key stakeholder whose goal is to improve trust and establish collaborative problem solving with the community.
The Meadowwood Community Center is huge. It's given a lot of kids in the area something to do, and there's a lot of good programming there. Our primary responsibility is to be embedded in a certain neighborhood that traditionally has a higher need for police services, and to build trust with the people in that community and come up with long-term solutions for problems that are in the neighborhood and problems that come up. Just last summer, a lady moved up from Chicago, and she had a negative view of police, She made me clear to me that she was not a fan of us, but I kept, seeing her outside waving. She saw me playing with the kids. I eventually broke the ice with her, and we sat down and had a long conversation and talked about, why she didn't like the police, and I, gave my perspective, and now she's someone I can count on in the neighborhood when I need to get information on, crimes occurring in the neighborhood that oftentimes would not be solved without people like her, being a witness and being in the neighborhood 24/7, which I obviously cannot.
My favorite part is building relationships, hands down. I love talking to people. I love getting to know who they are, getting to see them for who they are, and being able to build relationships outside of, let's say, a police call. The main goal would be to work myself out of a job, that we are able to build, that I'm able to build relationships up well enough, and I'm able to bring other officers into the neighborhood and have them build relationships enough where I'm not needed as a conduit between the community and our police department as a whole. The goal would be to hopefully have people in the neighborhood feel comfortable calling the police and knowing that they would get a good response regardless of the police officer.
Madison's Southwest neighborhoods are communities of long-term residents, organizations, and police who have come together to address issues and create neighborhoods that are safe, beautiful places to live.
I would tell them that whatever you heard may have at one time may have been true, but it is a relatively safe place now. You are going to have a neighborhood officer. You're going to get to know my face. There's people in the community that care and continue to head in the right direction.
Make sure you come to the community library, come to the community center.
The neighborhood has upgraded in so many ways. With you are comfortable with your landlord, you have a friendship with your landlord, you have a friendship with your neighbors, your children are safe in that neighborhood. You don't have to worry about them walking to the bus stops, going to school in the morning, and making sure that they get to school safe. And it's basically a neighborhood that's changing and definitely changing for better.